Good sunny day, sunny evening. Sun's starting to set. I'm gonna get out here because we're giving rain in a day or two. And I'm gonna try to prepare this area over here to put my garlic. I don't know exactly how many rows I'll put, but I'm thinking 4 rows. So that's what we're gonna try to get done. I've got to move these tomato cages over somewhere out of the way. I think what I'll do is just put them over here at the edge of the garden. I'm just gonna put these right here, right over on the side. I think that'll be just fine for this fall. And we won't have them so far away from the garden. I don't think no weeds will grow up in them. And if it does, we can pull them out. I started this today when it's a little bit warm. A little bit warm to be doing this. I may have to get my sweatband. I get out here doing this with this hat on to knock the sun off my head and face. And sweat gets on my glasses. It ain't the heat as much as it is the aggravation of the water dripping on my glasses. I was gonna get this weed out. Completely full of seeds. Probably done shed them all. I'll just tell you the truth. This Swiss chard, I'm surprised it's even living. And I'm debating on whether to leave it. This is sowed, and it's not rained. It's not rained enough to even call it rain. It really hasn't. Let me look at that one more time. I'm taking it out. I'm taking it out. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. I'm going to till this. we was talking about a while back was that we need to set this garden where that we can run that cultivator. And I'm going to say that's exactly what my intentions are. So I would assume, I keep thinking I want to come off there, but I'm going to move that around a little. So let's see. I believe, and this, we're over a little further than we need to be. So this one would easily give us the right distance. So in order to get that, what we need to do is get our string lined out here. We'll get our string because we want to get this straight to start with, don't we? That's what I thought, yeah. There's another chestnut. Yeah, they're going to start thawing. I'll have to get Greg down here. He's been wanting some chestnut. Squirrels will have them if I don't. So I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. And that's where I'm going to set the first one. That's where the first one's going. We're going to set that baby right there for right now. To get this marked out. We can move it if we have to. I know I got out a little close over here, but I was cutting some weeds down. I'm not going to put the garden near this close. May even have to move that over. Just getting ready, maybe after a while or tomorrow, might get ready and plant a row of garlic. It's just a complete cycle that's rolled back around again. From about this time last year, it's been a complete cycle on the garlic. I see that the deer ain't coming back to eat no corn. I'll show you that it comes back to eat sweet taters. It likes them sweet taters. I want to get plumb back here. Right there. Yeah, I think that'll do it right there. I think that'll do it right there. Then we'll get a rake and check things. We're going to have tracks everywhere, but that's all right. That's all right. 1, 2, 3. Made short work of that Swiss chard, didn't it? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna walk out here and come back. You always want to walk out and come back. Don't matter which side you're on. This is going to be the first row of garlic. I tell you, it's dry. It is dry. It won't be dry for long. Now you get right here, it's moist again. Has something to do with shade, I would assume. I've always planted my garlic close. Together. Close together. Not this year. Not going to do it this year. Not going to do it this year. Let me pull some of this over this ridge. All right. Now, there's 1, 2, 3. That's going to eat my space up quick. But this, like I said, we're not going to plant a bunch of stuff that we don't utilize next year. We'll see how that goes. Usually, I say that and I wind up planting a lot of stuff again. And I've got another row over here, easy, that I could put out. Just getting ready to plant. That's all. 1, 2, 3. But this, like I said, by doing it this way, I can run my little cub through here and straighten that right out. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I surely can. And I enjoy gardening, but I like making it easy as I can too. And that's a fact. And I think that's smart to do that. I really do. We'll go up here on this far end again. Get out of there, cat. How about burying some cats, see if we can't grow some kittens. It's just like walking in the boreal forest. You sink 3 or 4 inches every time you take a step. That's better than beating her like concrete, ain't it? See, if you come out like this and just do a little at a time. It's a lot easier on me. I need to get me a plow or a thing to go on my little tractor. But the thing of it is, I want to keep that tractor out of here as much as possible. And I'm not even sure that I would need it in this garden. But, you know, I've got a plow somewhere, a wheel plow. You just run right down through here one time. I need to locate that. I think it's down in the coil building. It's like a tomahawk. You know, you can do a lot of things to make stuff easy. But if you make it all easy, it'd be that much better now, wouldn't it? Ah, Lord. It's just like anything. You're just going to get out of it what you put in it. Kind of like computer programs. I always thought they was just as smart as the guy programming them. Seems like now, though, with all this stuff I hear about AI, can't remember the name of it. There's a word that means learning on its own. If AI gets to learning on its own, and I think it already has been and is, it'd be way over my head. It already is over my head to a certain degree. I'll tell you one thing though, you have to admit AI, artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, is kind of scary already. I mean, you know. If you want to call it scary. I ain't afraid of nothing. There's one thing I am afraid of. And that is the one that made everything. They say how's that go? The beginning of wisdom is the fear of God. Something like that. Old snap bug on me a-crawling. I despise them too. So, 1, 2, 3. Last year, my whole garlic patch, of course it wasn't, what was it, 3 rows? 3 rows. And they weren't no wider than just them 2 there. I like plenty of room to grow stuff. I like plenty of room, just like I said, to grow stuff. And the thing of it is, I ain't been out here long today at all. I mean, you know how long I've been here. 1, 2, 3, and you can see. And if I wanted to, if I was determined, I could have 4 rows of garlic planted this evening. I'm going to leave that open for a purpose. A purpose I won't even talk about right now. I'll go out here and start and come back this way again. Just the way I pull. That's just the way I roll. Right there is, oh, that's a mater. A little tomato that has survived the tragedy. Need some trekking poles coming through here. I'll try to dig up that wheel hoe or wheel farrow around, or whatever you call it. This is the first time in years that I had this garden in this good a shape this time of year. It really is. But I used to keep it weed free. That's when I was putting mulch on it every fall. Out of all that tilling, there's a tomato. I'm gonna throw that right out there. I might eat that in a minute. It's been buried and it's survived tilling this garden several times. I dug it up just now. Rough on you when you're so young. When you're young as I am, there's nothing to this. Got a few more years to play like this, I guess. I don't know if this will work or not. I'm gonna try. I'll show you. This right here is a tomato I just dug up after one of those furrows. I'm gonna wash it off. Let's see if it was worth it. You never know. There could be a big worm in it. Let's see. I'm gonna slice it right there just because there's a little spot there. I don't want to eat a worm. Yep. It didn't go through We'll cut that little spot right off the end there. Just like I say, this is tomato has been tilled over and been buried, and I can't believe that. I've run a tiller. It come out of this barrel. I've run a tiller through there 4 or 5 times. Not this time, but when I tilled it the last time, when I tilled the tomatoes in, that's been a while, a few days ago, a week or so, I don't remember. And it was a tomato, that's all I can say. That's a chestnut. And you can see the brown burrs on it. Some of them starting to turn brown, some of them still green. I'm gonna walk over and I'm just gonna scout around on the ground just a minute and see what I can come up with. Let's give it a shot. There was some in the garden right here. Right there's already one. There's one already. Chestnut. And these are the ones I throwed over a while ago. The sticky burrs. Usually this don't bear enough to worry about. I threatened this year that if it don't bear, it was hit with a mower the other day, but it's alright. Oh yeah. You just look around. They're just now starting here to fall. There's one. We'll eat them tonight. We'll eat them tonight, I guess. I need to mow this down low. And this now starting. And you never know, that may have been some of the squirrels drop. Let me walk out this way a little further. Yes, sir. There lays another. There may be a few. There may be a few this year. I put 1 or 2, I think, in my pocket. I believe it did. You look laying there. There's another one. Well, that's pretty good. This in a minute. Right here's 2 more. 3 more. That's been run over. That's all right. So right here. See these chestnuts? Pretty good chestnuts. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. 15 chestnuts. 15 chestnuts. I'm gonna lay these down somewhere. I don't feel like walking with them. I'm tired. I'm tired. This is by the sweat of your brow in September. The 25th of September. 25th. It's pretty warm. It ain't warm. 80 degrees. This soaker hose I pulled that up and put that on that thing the other day. Careful, careful. And I come back out, and these pieces of it, all the pieces. But what I wanted to show you, this is, I won't say, let me put it to you this way. Last year, I took it out of the package, but I've had it probably for 8 years down there on the shelf. So anyway, and it don't matter. When it's brand new, it's a little tougher, but look here. You bend that like that. Oh, then that's pretty tough there. I'll have to give that credit. But if you pull that, and I understand, ain't nobody, but if it hangs on something, you pull it, you're gonna pull that one too. As far as I'm concerned, that soaker hose, I guess it's got its place. It ain't here with me, that's for sure. I'll never buy another piece of that as long as I live. I have no intentions of it anyway. Anyway, I've got 3 rows laid out there, and the 4th row would come over to here somewhere. And you know, that ain't what I need to do. I don't need to do that. I don't need to go no farther over. Or do I? I think what I do need to do, I need to come right back here where I started and put another one over here, even though it is in shade. It might not be in the shade in the spring, I'll tell you. What I was saying is if I come this way again with another row of garlic, the way I've got that spaced out, that's taking entirely too much space just for garlic. Now, what I thought I could do is come down that row with that garlic and plant them closer than normal, but I don't think so. I'm going to plant them straight. But that's a lot of space taken for garlic. I'll tell you it is. That's not, well, you know, I don't know. I was going to say you could plant something in the middle of it, something that come on quick. But the point of doing this is to be able to run through with the cultivator, that little cub cultivator. And keep it good and clean, good and neat. Get it cultivated. Bring it in a little bit. Cut them weeds down. I've got the little tiller. The Manus got a big tiller over here. Got a tiller on the tractor. But this in the garden, you know, if this was 500 foot long and 100 foot wide, or 150 or 200 foot wide, then you could put these rows wide enough, and you could till that if you wanted to with the tractor. 6 foot tiller. But anyway, we're getting a start. This is the start of the garlic season for 2024. It starts now. You know, last September, 1st October, anytime. I thought maybe I could get that in tomorrow. Today is what? Is today's Monday or Tuesday? Monday? I don't know what it is. One of the two. And they're giving rain. And I'd like to have this in the ground. Them old mosquitoes are starting to eat me up. I'd like to have this in the ground before the first rain. I mean, you know. And it don't have to be, because it can rain and this will dry out, and you know, on the top. Of course, it's all the trash I never seen the like. course, I aren't the gripe. I know where it come from. The boys that brung the mulch throwed it in. It's been buried for years out here. Let's see what that is. A Red Bull. A Red Bull. Oh, not a Red Bull. But it can rain and I can get right in here and go just in no time. Used to, you could get out here and it raining and work in the garden. No mud whatsoever. That's when it had chips on it. Those chips are deteriorated now. And now we've got what we're going to have for a while. Loose dirt. And what I'm doing now is I till this, I'm tilling down to the soil that's been laying down there since I started putting this on, 2011. And all that soil laying down there that was compacted and dried, it didn't have hardly any organic matter in it. But over time, this has sat there and that's loosened a little, and a lot of the thines and the worms and stuff, I'm sure, has intermingled and went down in there. And when I till this, of course, when you till something, you know, that's spinning. You can just go so deep with the tiller. And it's got them guides on it. And what happens is it just hammers, bam, 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 bam. Of course, this is deep enough. It's not getting down to that. But it'll make a hard pan down there, man. It just beats the ground. A tiller does. And that's why I'm concerned about cultivating it, ripping that up down there. Not a lot, but just ripping it up. And as you till this, every time you till it, you're just intermingling that old soil that's been there with these wood chips. I'm proud to have what I've got here. It's been a long time coming, since 2011. And 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What's that? 12 years? 11 or 12, I don't know. And it's been good. I really enjoyed it. There's something over here. I'm going to walk over here. I'll take you with me at the camera. I want to go check something out over here. Right there. See that? Center of the screen. That's a turnip. Them turnips I sowed, and where I tilled here, I've probably knocked a little dirt over on it. And let me fold this baby up a little. Be a lot easier. Yeah. So, there's more. Right there's another, see? Right there. Right there. That's where this dirt got kicked over on it. I think that's what it is. What I was wanting to do is get right over here. You can see here where I put a little handful of corn out right there for the deer. Stop the deer. See if we couldn't stop the deer about right there. Is that sprouting? No. I don't even think that deer touched it. Anyway, what I came over here for, I don't see any tender. I mowed over this. And all these shoots, you can see where I mowed. It took the tops of all this out. And I think it's hard on it to do that. But I can go through here right now again, mow this down, and there'll be spears come up. There'll be some spears come up. So while I'm here, I'll walk right over there and check the peppers. We'll check the peppers out. Oh, there's one. There's one. I was hoping there'd be one in here. See this one? And there. And there's a bug. Not a bug, but a little caterpillar on it. You always want to look before you eat. I miss that, having that all the time. Lordy, lordy. Now that deer, these tracks all in here. She comes in here and she eats my darn sweet taters. She's mowed them off. But anyway, I'll bring you over here a little closer where you can see what I'm talking about. This pepper plant, you can see, look here, all these leaves and tips eat off. That's the deer, she's doing that, which I don't care. It just, she ain't bothering the peppers. She wouldn't like these peppers, I can tell you right now. But there's peppers, lots of them on here. A handful of peppers, pretty good sized peppers. And I'm thinking them peppers is hot peppers. And here, I need to get these because they're hanging full, and I'll show you down in there, they're full too, yeah. Peppers, let's see what kind of pepper that is. I'll check it out in a minute. Now, yeah, all the way down through here. Let me wheel around here and show you. I sowed this too. Here I'm walking it, but it'll be all right. Peppers, all kinds of peppers, need to gather them. Peppers here, these peppers here, a lot of them went red. Now, right in here is some red peppers. Big old red peppers. I'd say they're good and tasty. Good and tasty red peppers. All the way through here. All the way over through here. Through here's peppers. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Plenty peppers. Even to here, down to here, you probably can't see these. Big bunch in there, red. Here's another big pepper. The jalapenos done well. Of course, they're still blooming. Still blooming. I'll try something here. But I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to be just a little bit cautious with this. That cat up there in the woods. Stalking something. It's stalking something. Now these peppers here are that red one. I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to go right down the side here. Right through there. And I cut that seeds out of that. I'm going to check and see how hot that is. So you can take them jalapeno peppers and cut that off like that. And I don't taste no heat in that myself because I eat pretty hot peppers. Now there's the rib. Ooh, there's the heat. But now, do you get into them ribs and them seeds? No problem. Let's try this little one. Ooh-wee. That one's a bad dog. Let's try one here off of this one. Yeah. I don't like eating these hot peppers by themselves. Whoo, it's hot. So, we'll take that and just cut that right through there and see what we got out of this one. Yeah. Now, no seeds, no ribs. And she's still got some heat. Let's go back to, let's try one of these here. Try one of these big scarlet looking things. Look at that, what a pepper. Whew. Just take that baby, go right down through there, like that. Everybody's worried about them red jalapenos being hot. Now that this one's green, it come off the same plant there. You know? No more than a bell pepper. Now, same kind of plant. Different plant, but just alike. I'm going to give it a benefit of a doubt here. Now, no, that ain't hot. Not bad. I can smell the heat in that though. None of these peppers is bad. I've got a pepper core in the house that you can take peppers and it's 4 peppers, jalapeno. You cut that off and that sticks down in there and you spin it. And it's got teeth that rakes the side of that and it takes that core, seeds and all out of the pepper just like that. And it's hollow and you can stuff them or whatever you want to do. But now that's how easy it is. You take that pepper, eat that whole pepper. Yeah. That one's hot. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Torture myself. Anyway, let's quit playing with the peppers. You can see the sweet taters. I've done dug one over a row and a half. So that deer's coming in here and she's just burning them sweet taters up. And she's keeping tops. But that's all right. You can see all the tracks here where she comes in here and eats. That's all right. let her eat. I was wanting to get here. Maybe here. Can you see me here? Anyway, I'm gonna dig a tater or two. See if there's any taters in here. I like to dig taters, sweet taters, because you never know what you're going to get, that's for sure. And this is one little hill. I let these taters grow up, and there's one sprouting. That ain't what you want. Both of them sprouting. Them needs to be got out there. They're sprouting. But you can see here, got my nose running. Pretty good little sweet taters. This wasn't done the best in the world, but anyway, I'll see if I can't pack them in. I'll go on in and give it up. I'll wheel around there and show you what that garden looks like where we've been working now. And then we'll call it a day. We've got her laid off for 3 rows through there of garlic. That's what I'm gonna plant down there. 3 rows. Maybe 4. Probably will plant 4. Okay, that'll be it today.